2, 3, 4.
Almost time for the Valleycast. Take off your shoes, get off your ass. Faster than a UFO comes crashing in. Start the show. We got Steve Zaragoza and Joe Beretta, Elliot Morgan and Lee Newton. Everything will be just fine. Think it's time for the Valleycast.
That's so beautiful.
Can we just stop? That's
Dang,
it. That's
that
the one.
That's
Yeah.
really nice.
That's like
Like,
my
that's-
favorite genre of music too.
Yeah,
that
the,
like
DVD,
mid '90s kind of like
Super safe white
pop
rock.
rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
That's the kind
unlike
of music
Third
that
Eye
pl-
Blind, perhaps
Yeah.
a Jimmy Eat World.
Not unlike.
The kind of music that plays in Starbucks.
That one
Maybe.
nailed it. It
Yeah,
was
it was
so
really good.
good.
Yeah,
Can that be like just the fun? Like no more intros.
Do you-
Like that's the one.
We have to. We have to have intros.
I mean, I would say. Yes, but I feel like eventually people are gonna stop sending us.
and when they
intros.
do,
It is
this by what
Oh,
user?
this was by PL_ open bracket _ close bracket.
Can I just say that I'm
We'll
very?
call him Tom.
I
But by Tom, thank you.
I feel very spoiled not operating the levels and
Does
the.
it feel weird?
Dude, it's freeing.
It's so nice. It's just like I feel like I'm unhinged. I'm relaxed. I can kick back.
right. It's time you do that too. It's time you relax a little bit. Take it easy.
It
Steve.
is.
You know what my favorite part of that song was? When he was like, this guy's on this end, this guy's on this, and this guy's on this end. There's also a girl. The end. It was real great. It was just nice.
Is that
and
how it
quick.
went?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was very
I think
succinct.
He did, nailed it.
But I have selective memory, so that may not be the exact lyrics.
I think it was it.
like this guy's on it, and this guy's on it, and this guy's on it, and
so
then
was
the
the girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Hey
good job.
guys, welcome to the Valleycast.
Hello.
We
Hello.
are we're a group of internet entertainers by the names of Elliot Morgan, Steve
Ooh, I didn't
Zaragoza,
like it
Lee
either.
Newton, and Joe Beretta.
You might have heard that in the song.
We were originally on a thing called SourceFed. We started a new thing called the Valley Folk, which is a multi-platform comedy venture, and we're switching things up, having a good time. And by the time you're listening to this, we've posted the 3rd episode of your show, which is really good. And big announcements are coming up, and those announcements will happen first to our lovely patrons at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk.
Yep.
And that is how we are able to make stuff for fun that we hope you enjoy very much, and we get to do that for you, and it's really fun. And thank you to our patrons. And if you want to be a part of it, go there. And this is a podcast where we all come up with a subject and we bring it to the table.
Yeah, you
I love
dirty,
it. You
you
did
dirty
great.
freeloaders that aren't patrons don't get to special stuff first.
Yeah, like this podcast early in its longest version.
Yeah.
Version.
Can I
Both
just
audio
say-
and visual.
All the parts that we're like,
I'm drinking. I'm drinking this this drink called Spindrift, and
I
it's
love
absolute garbage.
Okay.
it's actual
I
garbage.
really like
It's
it.
just
garbage.
like I.
It tastes like dishwater or dishwashing.
What did you say,
soap.
Kate?
Kate and I
Really?
like it a lot.
But you don't like LaCroix.
I don't like it either.
I know, but
That's
it tastes like rust.
For those listeners who aren't
It's-
familiar, it's sparkling water and real squeezed fruit is the whole thing.
The,
fruit
uh,
juice
And
the
it says,
slogan.
Yep,
water.
that's it.
The slogan is real fruit tastes better. And yes, it does, because this is garbage.
That's
Well,
very
like
fun.
fucking what's that? Hint water is exactly the same. It's like just a little bit of nothing and a little tiny bit of something, and it tastes so good. And I might add, by the way, that this rust water, this rainwater here, came out of the goddamn gutters of a fucking trash house.
Okay, all right.
Has 9 calories, by the way.
That's the real fruit juice you're drinking
No.
instead of the flavored
9 calories
flavor.
more than
9
water.
calories for this garbage.
It's also got a gram of sugar and 2 carbs. I mean, come on. LaCroix has 0 things and tastes delicious.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, Costco doesn't have LaCroix anymore.
We should do an Amazon order.
We're
'cause
gonna do
I
an
feel
Amazon
like
order for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
This
gonna
tastes
do
like
an
the
Amazon
liquid you'd
order
squeeze
for
out of a goose beak.
Sorry
I'm
to
taking all this
sorry
goose
to
beak
reveal
home.
where we're at, guys, but we do sometimes order LaCroix.
Oh, man.
Anyway, welcome, guys.
Ooh.
I wasn't on the last episode. Sorry, I was at Comic-Con.
How was it, man?
It was great, man. I had a great time. I'm sorry, your jealousy is just—it's striking. I had a great time. It was wonderful, and my friend passed away. You want to keep joking, Lee?
Oh,
I knew
man.
Sean too. I knew him too. Oh.
You know what John would say? Oh, you went to Comic-Con.
That's exactly what he would say.
All right, that's enough. It was a
R.I.P.
good time.
John
That's
Schnepp.
all I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Well,
my
keep going.
God,
Tell me
Steve.
all the cool things that happen.
I've talked about it too much.
I know.
I
At this
really,
point in your life,
Yeah.
you definitely
if
have.
you listen to Dynamic Banter, Mike and I talked all about our
Ugh.
experience at Comic-Con. You can listen to that one.
I've got
I'm
I
never
got a
gonna
little.
do
Well, I'll bring you into housekeeping via your Comic-Con
Oh, that's good. I
experience.
like that.
Here we go. Housekeeping is we just like to touch on things that maybe happened the time before or time before that. You missed our talk on kindness and Mr. Rogers, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to throw a real big blanket just question out to you. You can answer it however you want.
What'd you think of Comic-Con?
What do you think of Comic-Con? What was your favorite trip? No, Mr. Rogers, did you care? Did you watch? Have you seen the documentary? Go.
Loved Mr. Rogers as a kid. My mom, this was like required viewing in my home. My mom would put on Mr. Rogers and Sesame
loved
Street,
it.
and I
Yep.
feel like PBS would have them either back to back or
They did. They have them back to back.
very close to each other. But yeah, I loved Mr. Rogers. Learned a lot. The owl, the like weird puppet that was like meow meow,
That's
used to scare the shit out of me. But
Daniel.
because he would just go meow meow. Every sentence had meow meow in it, and that's kind of like how
meow, meow.
serial killers talk. But no, I love that show, and I haven't seen the documentary yet.
So
but I
good.
want to see it so bad. A friend of mine said on Facebook, "No, I haven't seen the Mr. Rogers documentary yet because I don't like openly weeping in public. I'm gonna cry at home."
That is what happens. Is that literally, and it does suck because I wanted to really have a one of those like cries. That's those real guttural like. That really get you good, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, good, I'm good for 4 months.
Where you
Like I'm
can't
all
breathe
right.
'cause you're
where
crying
you're just
so
like,
good.
I
and
had,
so
I
I don't
holding
think a
that back
movie's
is-
ever done that for me.
This was it.
I've never done that.
I've never done that in another movie, but this was it.
I had this
Ooh.
when I was in, I think it was, I don't remember what year it was, maybe like 2004, maybe. I had the opposite experience where I expected to cry very much during a film. And then I didn't cry at all. And that movie was called The Passion of the Christ. And
yeah.
I felt very bad that I did
That
for
you
a
didn't
very
cry?
long time. Yeah, because everyone in like
Because everyone's
my
like,
world.
oh, you're gonna cry.
Yeah, I
Elliot,
had-
you're gonna cry.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
was,
you're gonna cry. Oh my God, you're gonna cry.
If you don't cry, you're going to repent.
Oh my God, you're gonna cry.
I didn't cry in Toy Story 3.
Steve,
Oh,
either did
really?
I.
And Elliot
Yeah.
cried in
Neither
Toy
did
Story
I.
3.
that's
It's real
worse than
strange.
Passion of the Christ for sure.
Yeah, that scene where they're all gonna go into the furnace or
Oh.
whatever.
That scene
I
when all
lost it.
14 of those toy Jesuses were
It's like
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ times 14.
I
I
need
would
to
Oh,
say.
you're
rewatch
gonna
it, but that part didn't
cry.
get me. I remember being like a kid. Maybe I was like a teenager, or like, and I was watching. There's this movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman called Love, Liza.
Yep.
And it was on like Showtime or something, and it was so late at night, and I was watching it, and I just remember I'm alone in my room. It might have been like I could have been on my man period, or I don't know. Maybe I was in a weird mood or
Could have
something.
just had hormones that
could-
were different and changing.
Which is, I mean, another way to say man period, I guess. But you're right. It could have
Sure.
been. It could have been hormones. But that movie fucked me right up, man. I
Another
just
way to
started
say the
crying.
scientific term man period.
Yeah. Let's use science here, please.
So sorry.
Let's try to be as scientific as possible.
Sorry.
No, but I
You're
lost my
fucking
shit.
Man tampon in a
I,
twist.
I lost my shit on Love Liza. I just crying alone at night at like
Dude,
2 a.m. in my
that's
bedroom.
The worst that happens though is when something hits you super hard and you're like, "Ugh," and everyone's like, "Are
Yeah.
you okay?" From the other room.
What are you doing over there with
I'm
them?
just trying to make sure those levels are good. You
Diddling.
guys
He's
are
diddling.
What do
a
you think's
cavalcade
going
of
on,
crazy is what you are.
I know,
I
man.
know.
That
I'm
you see what I
words
deal
and
with.
peeking, and then Lee disappeared for a
Yeah,
moment,
man.
and she came
Sorry,
back.
I know it's
turned
so
my head
difficult.
away.
It's so difficult.
It's very sensitive. I apologize.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Mr. Rogers, great. My son watches Daniel Tiger, which was birthed
God, it's
from
so
Mr.
good.
Rogers.
What's that?
Oh,
It-
Daniel
it's a
Tiger.
kids show,
Kid's show.
with all of the characters from Mr. Rogers living in a town. Mr. McFeely.
Is it
It's
cartoon?
animated.
Yeah, it's animated. It's really
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really
Does it
cool.
have like Mr. Rogers like things? Like has the little trolley or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
Charlie
cool.
is Daniel Tiger's best friend in the whole city.
I'm sorry, a tiger is a friend with an inanimate
hey,
object? I don't
hey.
understand that.
Not
With an
okay.
automobile, like
I
like
know.
a vehicle?
I know.
You think
How can you
that's
be
the
friends with a
craziest part?
vehicle?
The
No.
whole town was founded
Steve,
on top
you're
of the
best
grave of
friends with a
Mr.
broom.
Rogers.
Yeah. Little known fact.
They all
He's
live in
not
his
wrong.
sweater.
He's not wrong.
Oh, man.
Can you turn up me a little bit?
Yes,
I feel like
Okay.
I'm peeking in my own headphones.
I like just.
I think you're doing a
asking
great
Joe to
job,
do
Joe, and I don't
multiple
want you to
different
stop
things.
being
Joe,
that
I'd
role.
love it if you could just do that. Are
I
you
think
loving
you're
this?
having
Are you
fun
loving
doing
just
it.
hanging out?
You look like you're having a great time over there.
There we
and I
go.
think you should stay there. And
Good times.
It would be nice if I didn't have to do that ever again.
Okay, Steve, well,
Oh, I
what the
love
hell?
it.
Man, jump right in. What's your topic, dude?
My topic is
Ooh.
I got a really cute baby Kermit from Comic-Con, and
It is so cute.
He said
It
he
is
wasn't gonna
so
talk about
I
cute.
it.
know. He can't stop. He can't stop himself.
that's the
God,
only
it's
mention
so
of it.
cute.
But there was this baby Kermit I always wanted as a kid, and I think the Muppet Babies version of Kermit is the cutest version
the
of Kermit
cutest
that
version of Kermit,
exists.
period.
Unless you want to count Kermit in his little coat and top hat in
Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah.
yeah.
Skibbity boo
Which is always
doobity
cute.
badoo scoo.
What's going on over here?
I don't know.
I don't
It's just so very
A
true
tickle
and
Elliot.
accurate.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
He's
I
just
don't
so
know.
cute.
But I
don't
thought
know.
I was hoping you would end just after like him in a suit and a top hat.
Not
Yeah.
Like not
specific
not
thing.
any specifically, just like
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
him in a
I
tuxedo.
like when Kermit's just lounging around the house.
I mean, he's constantly nude, so it's nice when
He
he's
is
wearing a
constantly
little bit
nude.
of clothing.
And
A
his
little
weird
pervert.
like collar doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't
It's
make
okay.
any
We don't have
sense.
to talk about
his
that.
collar doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's
but
very
I
strange.
love it.
I love it too. Anyway, but there was a baby Kermit I always wanted to get, and so I saw this baby Kermit, and it's not quite like the one I wanted when I was a kid, but this is cute as fuck, so I had to get it. And then it reminded me that there is a new Muppet Babies show. It's completely computer animated, and
based off of the old Muppet Baby
it
show.
is based off the old Muppet Baby show. Although they forced a new character in,
Ooh, you're
and,
gonna,
Who?
and it's this like weird
Ooh,
penguin.
wait,
It's like
you're
a
gonna
penguin.
have to elaborate on that after this. Hold on, here it comes, baby.
Wow, Joe, you got this.
What's kinda weird, and you wish that you weren't there. I like adventure. Animal Jam. What a fun little doo-wop.
It's real fun. That's enough. That's enough of that.
They basically murdered Skeeter.
Yeah.
Skeeter,
Skeeter, yeah.
Because it was a brother and sister duo, correct?
Yeah, Skeeter
Yes.
just.
And we all kind of wondered if they did.
I
Right?
mean, there were in the mythos
there
of
was
the
some
Muppet universe. You,
weird sexual tension.
all these Muppets grow up and they're all adults in the
Sure.
Muppet Show and in the Muppet movies, but somehow I think Skeeter died in between Muppet Babies and the Muppet movies. And they just
No,
don't
that's
talk about
actually
Skeeter.
true. I think
Skeeter's not
Skeeter.
featured?
What if Skeeter like went hard drug route? I
mean,
think
they
Skeeter might
definitely-
have gone
something
hard
happened
drug
to
route.
Skeeter, yeah.
And no, that's not a joke even because I really think something really real happened. Here's what
Something
also
serious happened.
And I've felt this for years because my mom would get really frustrated. I'd be like, "Mom, what is Skeeter?" And she'd be
That's
like,
true.
"I don't."
I
Yeah.
think Skeeter and
No.
Scooter are like they're like humans,
Almost chickens?
sort of.
Are they almost chicken?
I think they're mostly human. I think they're humanoid.
I think
I
they're
don't
humanoid,
know.
yeah. Because other humanoid
They're like-
Muppets
But
kind of
that's
look
the
like that.
frustration.
They're like pill bugs.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they are.
Well, we don't really know what Gonzo is either. He's a weirdo from
Yeah,
space.
but at least he's like a creature and it's very obvious. But like Skeeter truly was. You're like, what?
I mean, I don't know.
Uncanny
They're
Valley thing
they're
happening.
cute.
I think the end of
Skeeter's
Skeeter
my
was
least favorite.
that's not
Really?
fair.
Well,
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
there weren't very many girls
was my-
represented on the show. Miss Piggy and Skeeter
Amen.
were the only girls.
Preach.
Nanny would come in every once in a while, but she
With
wasn't
her
that big of a.
stupid
with her
socks.
big old calves.
Just her big striped legs. And so the new show.
I think I'm just gonna be nanny next year for cosplay.
I think- you know what I think-
Skirt and legs.
What I think happened with the new show is they probably looked at Skeeter and they were like, this isn't a cute looking character, and they were
This
like,
isn't marketable.
and this isn't a stuffed toy we can sell to kids. So they made this cute looking penguin. That's
Wait, what's the penguin's
it
name?
just I don't know, but it looks really out of place.
But
If the
here's
show's
why.
not for us, it's
because
not for us.
there's a penguin Muppet movie that they did, and it was really big. And I think they
Yeah,
were like, maybe we
but-
can top him
Happy
in the.
Feet. Happy Feet.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
The Jim
You're
Henson
talking about-
puppet
Pink
film
film
Happy
Happy
Feet.
Jim Henson's Happy
Oh,
Feet.
I think you're thinking of March of the Penguins.
March of Jim
The-
Henson's
anyway,
March of
That
the
was actually
Penguins.
all Muppets. Did you know that?
The point
I
I'm
did.
trying to get to
I read
is,
that. IMDb.
The point I'm trying to get to is that the new Muppet Babies show is just it's fine. It's not for us. It's for kids. But there's some fun little Easter eggs, and it's cute. Fuck that penguin, but whatever. That thing sucks. But there's this resurgence of we talked about nostalgia and things like that. And there's this resurgence of old cartoons that are now coming back for a new generation of children. One of them is DuckTales. DuckTales has a new cartoon.
I'm not ready. I
people
loved
love it.
DuckTales.
But-
I loved DuckTales.
People
Well,
love
the new
this new one.
DuckTales is really cool, and the voice cast is awesome. And they've already had cameos from like Disney Adventures characters, and they're saying that a lot of the Disney Afternoon characters might come back. Like you might start seeing some Rescue Rangers in there.
Oh, I loved
and
Rescue
Tailspin
Rangers.
characters and stuff. So it's super cool. I don't know, nostalgia. But my question for you guys is,
Wait, real quick before you tangent on, I just want to throw out a little bit of fun trivia. Guess who was the performer of Skeeter's voice for seasons 1 through 2?
can I guess?
Yes.
I think it's Howie Mandel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Crazy. And then it was Frank Welker, 3 through 7.
Man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't that weird? I think he was the voice of
Weird.
Scooter also, right?
That would make total sense.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed that you knew that.
Thanks, man. I know
Steve
weird
has
shit.
like a weird no shit.
Wow.
button
Yeah,
in his
Howie
brain.
Mandel, and not even a
Yeah.
hint of
No.
lack of confidence.
But I can't tell you what continent Egypt is in.
Right.
That's yep. Yeah,
Well, you know
that
what-
makes
you know what
perfect
you're
sense.
doing,
Like
though?
if
I
you
think it-
dropped him off in Colombia, he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Where am
Right.
I?"
But to
Did
be
you know
honest with you,
Howie
I don't
Mandel-
know that I think it's
Is it Africa?
yeah.
I think it's Africa too.
But I definitely think it's Africa.
I know. I'm not
You don't
sure.
know.
I'm not sure. Howie
Geography
Mandel.
is I'm the worst at
I
geography.
know.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm
Whenever
so bad
that
at it.
Jeopardy thing comes up, I'm always like, well, here you go, dumb, and there's all your points.
Do you want some popcorn? I'm going to get some popcorn.
By the way, Howie Mandel was also the voice of Gizmo in the Gremlins.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, isn't
and
that weird?
that is so weird.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
That's real weird.
Man. And now
But
he's just a
remember for
weirdo.
like 4 years there when Howie Mandel was not on a huge show, he was like kind of irrelevant, and he would just every talk show he'd be like, Bobby's World. And
Yeah,
you'd just
he
be
was
like,
Bobby.
"Ah, we get it, buddy. Like,
yeah. I
you did
emailed
it."
him when I was like 11.
Oh
No
my God.
way.
At his
Was it
website.
Howie Mandel?
It was HowieMandel.net, and I
it
like
was.
emailed it, and it was like email, and then I sent, "Hi, is this really Howie Mandel?" And then
I love it
he
so much.
replied to like my AOL account like a day later and said yes,
And that was it.
and that was it.
Oh,
That's so good.
That's, so
That's enough for
that's
you,
so
though,
Howie.
right? Like,
It's
as a
very
freak,
Howie.
do you want to
And
print it
then
up
I
and
said,
put it on your walls?
I'm moving to Los Angeles. I'm gonna pursue
So
Hollywood.
if ever you were to see
Thank
Howie
you, Howie.
Mandel on the
Thank you,
street,
Howie Mandel.
you'd tap him on the shoulder and you'd say, "You're the reason I decided to become an actor."
I wouldn't tap him on the shoulder because I don't think he'd
He does
appreciate
not
it.
No,
like
he doesn't
that.
Yeah,
like
no, he
touching.
wouldn't want to be touched. I have
But,
a
Skeeter
weird.
doesn't
I'd
like
tackle him.
touching.
I'd jump. I'd hug him. I'd hug him.
I had a weird email correspondence with Rip Taylor way back in the day that
Oh.
I'll tell you guys about someday. But anyway,
my God,
yeah,
what a
drop that
weird-
bomb on you guys. Rip
Please.
Taylor like straight up like groped my beard and was like real creepy around me at this
Oh.
Hollywood show I went to.
Weird.
And my friend was like, "You could have gone home with Rip Taylor. I hope you understand that."
Why didn't you go home with
I
me,
don't know,
Tim?
but I found some confetti in my underwear when I got home that night.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, so
I get that
If ever
reference.
you
Thank
ha-
you, and only
if
3 other
ever-
people do.
If ever you had a book, a biography, confetti in my underwear might have to be the name.
Confetti in my underwear. I was thinking I would call it I Muppet.
Oh my God.
What's your Muppet
Anyway,
question?
so it's not even a Muppet question. It's basically just like we have this resurgence of cartoons, and like I'm seriously interested in this DuckTales thing. Darkwing Duck is
Yeah.
rumored to come back.
That's a
Things
good one.
like that. There's always been talks of a Gargoyles movie coming out, an
Yeah.
animated Gargoyles
Yeah.
movie based on the old series. So each of you, what's a cartoon or something you remember watching as a kid that you wouldn't mind seeing brought back now for a new millennial like audience?
Ooh, I got it.
Joseph
I
Brett.
got mine too.
I got one that I'm super excited about, and I've talked about this with you guys a little bit, but not in regards to answering this specific question. Back in the day, do you remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yes, with Captain Lou Albano.
Right? It was really, really good. With the Mario Brothers
And
and plumbing's
plumbing's
our
our
game.
game.
We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble,
Would you call us on the double or
or
something?
faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
brothers.
To the bridge. Okay, so that was great. And that
Hooked on the brothers, the brothers, the brothers. the
that
brothers.
show itself was really fun, and they really went into the Mario world, and they weren't bashful about it. They really went for it, and it started with the early Mario games, and they did a lot from Mario 2, which was really
Yeah, they
really
had
different.
they had like
Shy
Birdo and the Shy Guys, and stuff, yeah.
which was if you know Mario lore, that was an actual like they took the skin from another game, Doki Doki Panic. I think is
yeah,
what it was.
nice work.
And like all of that stuff got
Kate's
shoved
just
into
asleep over there.
all that stuff got
Sorry,
shoved into
Ben.
Mario
She's
World.
actually crawling out the
Guys,
window.
I'm going on a journey
No,
here
no,
even
this
to
is
get
good.
to my answer.
You know I love this.
But then they went into Super Mario 3 and they brought in Bowser and his
Koopa
his
Kids.
Koopa Kids, and as that show grew, or as the games grew, they would bring him into the show, which I think was something that was new and people weren't doing
Yeah.
back then. But that's not the one I want to do. I want to talk about the offshoot that was associated with that show, which was Link, The Adventures of Link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes they would cut the half an hour in half, and 15 minutes of it would be a really piece of shit
Yeah, so bad.
adaptation of Link, The Adventures of Link and Zelda, and it was a really bad cartoon.
Really?
Yep.
Horrible voice acting and everything. And it
The
didn't-
animation sucked too.
Animation sucked. Link was just like
It really did.
this like annoying preteen dork
Yeah.
that like couldn't do his job. Like it sucked. So I think to reboot that would be amazing.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, he sucked. He wasn't fun but he wasn't Link.
Right.
He was some bullshit adaptation of Link.
Uh-huh.
But you could bring that
Just
back,
so
and you could
mad
do a
about it.
really cool dark, I would say, like Netflix series, where if like Nintendo was brave, they'd just be like, go for it.
Link.
It's so weird how precious they are with
answer.
like.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Isn't that weird how they don't like? I want like a Wind Waker animated
Yeah.
series where it's
yeah,
like
that makes sense to me.
right. Like I don't know, they're so precious with
And that-
Zelda,
and
but
that's the
back
cute
in the
version
day-
of it,
That
which could
feels
still
like
be
one that
awesome.
Totally, obviously.
And then my secondary answer to that is another video game based one, which is sad, but I think could be done really well if the right IP was involved, and that is Captain N
And the Game
The Game
Masters.
Masters,
Oh, yeah,
which
that-
was really freaking cool, and brought in Simon Belmont, it brought in Kid Icarus, Mega Man.
That tomato.
It was an eggplant. The eggplant wizard.
It was an eggplant.
eggplant wizard from Kid Icarus.
I thought it was a tomato with
God.
sunglasses on.
But you could do that now.
You guys are remembering two very different things.
Yeah.
And I could see that again as a cool like Netflix series. Or man, if in the right hands, give me a live action. How cool would that be?
Oh shit, that'd be rad.
How are
Yep.
you gonna fucking do the fucking eggplant with
Hey,
the sunglasses,
yeah, man.
They're not gonna include Kid Icarus in this
Okay.
adaptation.
Wasn't oh
Oh,
yeah, Kid
that's my
Icarus.
new
Yeah,
rap
yeah, yeah.
name is Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus. That's actually really good.
God, what a good rap name that
Those are
is.
my answers. I have many others, but
I
I,
have-
feel like I've taken up enough
I know
time.
mine.
Okay, Lee, what
No,
do you
I know
got?
mine. Well, there is because I've actually been rewatching it. Animaniacs. I've been rewatching, and the writing is so good.
Great choice.
It's so adult oriented.
Yeah.
Like it's aggressively adult oriented to the point where I'm like, what do kids see in this?
But they also wouldn't
Great
talk
choice,
down to
Lee.
kids.
no, they wouldn't. And they did like goofiness. Like I think
Yep.
the goofiness really held
It was
on
like
to
slapsticky
Yes.
Marx Brothers type
Totally.
stuff. Vaudeville.
In Malcolm Gladwell's voice, can you now give
Nope.
Lee your approval of her?
I mean, I feel like you're already nailing it. I can't do it. Do it. Give me a Malcolm.
Lee Newton. That's a wonderful answer.
Oh, that's good.
That was there for
You're
a
I don't
getting
know who
better.
that is.
You're
An
getting better.
NPR person or something.
Kind of.
That was a great answer.
Oh, you're getting better.
Thank you.
Yeah,
very
it's coming.
much.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Can I do Mark
Ooh, if I can get a
Ruffalo?
good Malcolm Gladwell impression, that'd be cool. He's got to get better. He's got to get more.
Yeah, Malcolm
More people
Gladwell, you got
gotta
to
know
get
who he
better.
is, but more, Malcolm Gladwell, like he's got to up his
Why are you
game, but when
trying
he's
to up
there,
your game,
I'm jumping
Malcolm
in.
Gladwell?
Can I do Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, do Mark
accepting
Ruffalo.
Lee's,
Yes, please do.
Steve's doing Mark
I
Ruffalo
think,
impression.
Hold on.
Job-
Why did you stick your
why
tongue
is
out?
Because it's funnier. Hold on.
so bad?
No, I think it's really cool that you like.
He's doing a Stallone De Niro.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing Stallone. What are you talking about?
That's not Mark.
It's not Mark
I'm
Ruffalo.
Bruce Banner. I'm Bruce Banner.
It's there in moments.
So-
it's there. It's there in the
I
knot.
actually
You know.
like that it is so far away from him
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's just like
well,
There's a
it's
hint.
more of a
like-
visual.
There's
It's
an
more of a
essence.
visual.
You know what?
thing.
Actually, no. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do.
For those of you hearing it,
For
it's
those
a
of you
visual.
hearing it, it's
For
this
those
is
of you
my
seeing, it's more of an
this is my
audible thing.
Celine Dion impression. Okay, it's like
Hello, I'm Celine Dion.
that's your.
That could also be a good Christian Bale.
It is actually.
I liked. Hello.
When I play Batman.
Bye.
Celine, thank you for being here today. Can you just tell us a little bit about the inspiration and actually the feeling that you have before when you walk out on stage and you sing that hit from Titanic?
I loved it. I had a great time.
Thank you. You can go now. The back door's over there. Please don't go.
Okay.
Don't go out the front.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Mark Ruffalo. I'm a big fan.
You are not Mark Ruffalo.
Big fan of Celine.
Celine.
Steve Zaragoza.
Wait. Okay,
was
so I'm gonna.
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
This
Oh my
is-
God, no.
My name is Malcolm Gladwell. It's my podcast, buddies.
So
Lost it,
ridiculous.
lost it.
Okay, go ahead, Lee. Sorry.
No, I would do Animaniacs in a heartbeat because I really think they could have a lot of fun with today,
Yeah.
like with nowadays stuff. Also, I don't know if you guys remember this, and I'm hoping anyone does. Someone in the comments will. There was a show, and I think that my mother pushed it on us because Transformers were really, really expensive, and these guys were not.
Hey, will you watch Dirt and Friends, Lee?
And what it is, it's okay. Listen,
Your
hey,
dad's gonna be twisting
Honestly-
bananas outside. You want to watch that show?
hey, Twisting Nanners was a pretty dang good show, okay? You're going to cry. You were going to cry during
Twisted
Twisting Nanners. No, Transformers was on, and Jake was really into it. My brother was really into it. And then also the show called GoBots.
I remember GoBots.
Okay, do you remember GoBots?
Yeah, I had GoBots.
I liked
I remember
GoBots, and I
GoBots,
always
yeah.
remember liking GoBots a lot more because even back then I was like, oh, I just like it's like funnier and sillier and
Yep.
goofier, and I kind of want them to bring back GoBots because it was like such
Great
a
choice,
weird,
Lee.
goofy one.
It was a
That
great
was.
choice.
Thank you very much.
Man, if you
But,
guys were living
yeah.
in
Hey,
the
this is
world,
Mark Ruffalo. That's a good
Oh
choice.
my god. So bad. It's not. It's like a bad.
What are you talking about?
It's there. I'm telling you, it is there. It's so you're doing the mouth thing too much, but the
insane.
voice is
All right,
there.
I'll find it. I'll find a good
Yeah,
medium.
please find.
well,
it.
we're gonna do a 3-part documentary series of finding Mark
Finding
Ruffalo.
Finding Ruffalo.
And it's just you trying to find a passable
God.
impersonation.
Just the idea that someone might know that's who you're doing.
Elliot, is there a show you watched as a child you would like to
Oh
see
my
remade?
I didn't want to go into it.
Animaniacs is a great choice, by the way.
Animaniacs
It's a
is
perfect
the
choice,
best choice.
which I think is actually it's already coming back.
Oh, great.
They're bringing it back.
Am I
speaking
doing
of-
Dot?
Speaking of their head of the game, mine would be Frasier.
No!
Or
That's
Wait a
not an
minute, that's not a
animated
cartoon.
Series. You
oh, you
dingus.
said cartoon?
Yeah, like an animated show
Yeah,
you
he
watched
said
as a
an
kid.
animated show.
Oh, Batman animated series.
Oh yeah,
There you go. That's a good one. That's a
cool.
really good
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
are
good.
you wanting that same style back
Yeah.
in that same
That'd be
Same
so
world?
style,
bad.
and then I think they could go like a little darker now. I think they kind of
Oh, yeah, that's probably real
Again,
true.
And then-
Netflix it up, baby.
Yeah, and like make
Yeah,
it
Netflix.
really gritty and make it because that show was such a actually like a good mystery show.
Yeah.
and it was such good writing, like so tight. So yeah, that would be amazing.
I
to
can't
see.
remember.
would be
Did
a
your
good one.
did your family allow you to partake in the video games a lot growing up? Like, did you play the Super Nintendo version of that animated series?
Yeah, but I was like, I didn't do it a lot.
Yeah,
I
it was
barely-
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember images of it, but I can't be
It
sure. if I
matched
was,
the
like,
artistic style and everything, and the gameplay was really fun.
Really cool.
It's warm as fuck in here, right?
It's a little warm.
Okay, cool.
Oh, warm.
There's a Blu-ray set of the Batman animated series coming out really soon. That's like a remaster of all the old episodes. It's worth checking out.
yeah,
I'm gonna check
that's
that
pretty
out.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't do, all that, but I don't think I'd ever buy a Blu-ray anymore.
It's probably going to be available digitally too.
right, but I think when I heard that was like on Netflix for a second, I got really excited.
No,
Or, like, Hulu or something.
unfortunately, no. But it might someday.
I thought it was. I thought it was available somewhere.
I just
for a
don't know
moment.
where.
Do you think
Maybe
they're going to
Hulu?
release the audio tapes?
I don't know.
The Zapruder film and Batman the animated series are
My
going to be
God.
released.
Wow, directly at Kate.
Pardon me. You're
I know,
Well done
welcome.
over
poor
there, Kate.
Kate.
Yeah.
I feel bad because the good chair is not in the corner. Kate's on the bunk chair right now.
Are you kidding me?
and I
I'm
feel-
sitting on the worst chair in the whole office. I think.
I love that chair. Switch me next
Really?
time. I
Oh
love
my
that
God.
chair.
Guys, I'm sitting on a pretty good chair. Hey,
Yeah.
another one that I would love bouncing
Hi,
off
Joe
of
here,
you.
sitting in
I'm
a
on
good
a
chair.
great chair. I'm here with not Celine Dion and also never going to be Mark Ruffalo. So-
I'm sorry, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
Come on,
we're
man, it's
gonna find
unfair. It's
Ruffalo.
unfair. Hey, it's unfair.
Tiny Toons would be another one that I think would be really
Oh
fun.
my gosh, yes. I actually, and this is true, in the last 3 weeks, I rented How I Spent My Summer Vacation because I was like,
Yeah.
I want to see, because I think I talked about it on this podcast or somewhere.
Water
and
go
I
down
was
the
like,
hole.
I want to see if it holds up. And guys, holds
Yeah, man.
up
Cool.
hard. Like I was LOLing.
What does that
outlowing.
What do
mean?
you mean by that?
Oh, I was
Something.
it was lethargically overwhelmed.
She was laughing out louding.
litigiously.
Ah, good.
Litigiously. That is my favorite way to be.
To be
Did you enjoy it?
lethargically
Yes.
overwhelmed.
How much did you enjoy that when you watched it? I enjoyed it so goddamn much. I sued it.
Sued it. I sued it.
I
Really,
sued
litigiously.
it.
Well, guys, I feel like it's about time.
Yeah.
Do
for
it.
me to do.
Do
it.
it.
To make you guys.
I thought we were
announcement.
going to do two topics
do
and then
it.
add, but that's
I didn't know you were
I
going
love
to take up
it.
45 minutes with your
Yeah,
topic.
with your.
I mean, you're the
hour
one
and
that
a
took
half.
too long with your damn
No,
Batman.
he didn't. He
I
did
feel like we
Batman
did
for
bad
4
Pretty sure
Mark
Joe
seconds.
talked
Ruffalo for
more.
35
That's true. We did do
minutes.
bad Mark Ruffalo for a while.
Oh, did we go on a tangent?
Yeah, we do tend to.
There's no
tangent.
way.
Dang it.
Oh.
Guys,
We
we
go on a
have
tangent.
a
I truly don't think it's that bad.
sponsor.
What?
Peer, peer, peer.
Nine. This is guys. This is a very exciting sponsor. This is a new sponsor to my
I love a new sponsor.
my knowledge, and I'm very excited about it. It's called Beachbody On Demand, ladies and gentlemen. Now you might be saying to yourself, "Well, what's Beachbody? Well, does P90X sound familiar? Does Insanity sound familiar? What about 21 Day Fix or T25? What about all those things? Basically, this is a workout program, and it is available on demand. And you've been listening to us talk about Beachbody On Demand for a while now, but have you gotten your free trial yet, guys? See how I did that seamlessly?
Yeah, super seamless.
Grammatically, it didn't make sense, but I think emotionally it did.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
here's the deal, guys. This is a workout program that you can do at home. I personally have done P90X before, and I've done P90X3. You
We
guys
did
have
21
done,
Day Fix.
Yeah, and it was fucking great.
It was. It kicked us.
Kicked our asses, but I felt better than I ever had in my whole life.
Maybe you should do that again.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah,
to.
and I remember when I did P90X and P90X3 was just available on the DVDs, and this is like an on-demand thing, so all the workouts are available, including like yoga and all this stuff. And I signed into it, and it's cool, and it's all there,
all
and
just
it's like
there.
it's actually very awesome. And like I liked P90X3 specifically because it was like my first time ever exercising. This is years and years ago. I hadn't done it recently, but then I signed in recently to do this anyway. But P90X3 is so good because it's perfect if you don't like working out around people, which is good if you're
Solo
not used
venture.
to yeah, and at least in my experience, that helps a lot because I don't like being.
Well, no, it does. It
I
helps.
don't like people.
I mean, for anything, I don't like people, and also like there's such a weird gym etiquette that you're like, I just want to go. Don't make me like put my hair
I
up
want to
and
lift
put
this
lashes
weight
on.
the way I want to lift.
I
it.
know that's girls do that so much.
Girls do so much, and then there's always some weird guy that's like behind me and like, "You done?" And you're like, "I'm done when I'm done,
Right.
bro."
So there's over 700
I'm
workouts.
gonna lift 700 pounds, bro.
Right, that's enough, Lee. Over 700 workouts for all fitness
Not
levels.
during the ad, Lee.
Not
Yeah,
during
you
the
got it,
ad,
buddy.
Lee. We'll save it for
So
later.
sorry, buddy.
There's over 700 workouts for all fitness levels, guys, ranging from bodybuilding to weight training to cardio to yoga and even dance workouts. There's nutrition help. You can work out on your schedule. You can work out as short as 10 minutes. That doesn't require any extra equipment. You can access it anywhere, anytime on Apple TV, on tablets, on smartphones, all that stuff. Best deal in fitness. So here's how you're going to do it. You're going to text 303030, the word Valley. That's it, and you get a free trial. You text the word Valley. I'm not going to tell you what that means. Hint, Valley folk, that's us. Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
You text that to 303030, and you can start your free trial. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. It's been a pleasure.
Now?
Now.
I'm gonna lift, bro.
There it is.
Okay, great.
And you could say that by yourself or in with a group.
I'm gonna lift, bro.
Yeah, man. Check it out. Let us know what you choose and tweet it at us.
Ooh, I love it.
Boom. Who's got a topic?
I'm done with mine. Don't look at me.
He's done. Oh my God, he's
Everybody
so
looked at
crazy.
Okay. You know, I got a
Everyone looked
weird
at
one
him.
this week.
Oh, okay.
No,
I got a weird
Joe.
one.
I was just going to say Frasier again, so it's fine.
Oh, wait. Did we get yours? Yeah, we did.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Egg salad and scrambled eggs.
You know what that is? You know what that's about, right? They
No, I
didn't
have
want
no
to say.
idea.
So at the beginning of the Frasier thing, little people don't know about this, but I am a huge Frasierite, or a Frasier nerd, if you will. But in the
Frasier
beginning,
Squad.
Frasier Squad, Frasierton. But no, they didn't want to say crazy person because he was a psychiatrist dealing with people, and they didn't want to say like they had a whole bunch of things of. So tossed salad and scrambled eggs are their way of saying crazy people. So I don't know what to do with that tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Yep.
They're
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was it. They didn't know what to. They were like,
Oh.
"Here's the thing. He's a doctor. Everyone's calling in, but they didn't want to say, don't know what to do with those crazies that call in. So instead, they were like, just say tossed salad and
That's
Have you
scrambled
guys ever
eggs.
had a
fun.
nice tossed salad and scrambled eggs lunch?
I love it.
No.
I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe give it a shot
Actually doesn't
sometime.
sound bad.
It's
like
a
salad.
wonderful.
It's like a
It's a
Cobb
summer
salad.
treat. Hot eggs and a nice
Ooh.
cold
That
salad.
sounds so gross.
I like the idea.
You
of
hate
Frasier.
eggs,
Oh,
period.
Man, that's too many. That's like the textures. They're just all off. They don't work together. No, thank you.
You ever had a Cobb salad? There's
your-
eggs in there.
He
Shut
doesn't
your
like
mouth.
eggs.
It's time to talk about what I want to talk about.
Oh, there he is.
So Lee's boob was bit by a spider, and we're all a little worried about it because we're seeing where the
They're all worried about it because they've been seeing
we're
my
seeing
boob
the
all day.
histamine trails and where they're expanding on her body.
Yeah, it's like in the movies when someone gets poisoned and you see it going through their veins like instantly. That's what it looks. That's what Lee's boob looks
But
like.
I
right
also
now.
have all day been showing you my boob.
She has.
And being
Yeah.
like, is this bad?
my
And
favorite-
they're like,
My favorite moment was when we were at lunch with Kevin Plackey and Kate, and Lee was like showing us all
Photos.
pictures on
I
her
didn't
phone,
see
and then she swiped over to her tit photo, and And Kevin Feige is just like, oh, okay, well, there.
It looks infected. You should get that checked out.
Oop,
It
well,
is
that was my
scary.
tit.
Well, there it is.
So one.
Imagine if it had been like me, and it'd just be like, "Oh, that's my dick." Oops, sorry, sorry.
It's not equivalent. That'd be like, oh, that's my nuts.
Sorry,
like,
that's the spider bite
Oh,
on my
nuts.
dick.
Okay, yeah.
It's nuts.
To be
Sorry,
fair, it
my
was-
nuts.
Titties are nuts.
It was
I
Yeah,
guess,
that makes
right?
sense. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
more side boob, anyways, right?
Yeah, well,
No, it was
with
full
me,
boob.
it's all.
Oh, there's no side boob with Lee.
It was. They did see a full boob. They're like, oh, all right.
It was
You know,
medical,
To be
it's okay.
fairness, though, you also don't know if it's that or just like the surface of the moon. It's like the whitest orb you've ever seen.
So
You know.
one, are you okay? You feel okay?
I mean, I feel fine.
Okay.
Will I die from a spider tit bite? We'll find out. Oh, I do. I am gonna be sad if I lose this boob.
You're
to
not going to
spiders.
lose your boob. I believe in you.
God, I just gonna be so bad.
I boob leave in you.
Sad.
We're all giving you our breast wishes.
That one's a good one. Steve, can I embroider that on the back of a jacket? Because I'm gonna.
Yeah, do it,
Breast
baby.
wishes. I will be putting on a shirt, sir. Oh,
That's
I
nice.
love that.
Oh, man. So
Okay, spider bite.
it maybe it all brought, like, I was looking at what's happened. It's like, oh yeah, bodies are weird. Like
Yes,
everything.
they are.
Bodies are
How
weird.
you don't know there, bud?
Is your mic
This
okay?
happens all the time. It's fine.
And our experiences are weird. So it got to me to thinking, like, we all have our own little, like, ticks and weird, like,
Yeah.
things with our own bodies that we worry other people may not experience. So I wanted to open it up and be like, hey guys, what about your bodies is kind of
Oh
weird.
my god.
Oh.
And we can throw it out there, one, to make other people feel less weird, and two, to see if we're as weird as we may think we are. So, to give an
Oh,
example,
fun. Wow, this is very deep.
I make a lot of cum. Like more than you think.
like more than you think.
It's a little weird.
Oh man,
See, this is why you don't open it up. Okay, is yours going to be the thing where when you
Yeah.
touch your belly
It's
button?
my belly button.
Yeah, when you touch
yeah.
Joe,
Well,
when
so-
he touches
Yeah.
his belly button, he feels it in his wiener.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like it isn't like
Yeah.
a. It's not
the
a
truth.
It's
No,
not
it's
a
not a
casual.
And
Wiener.
Elliot is actually doing the weird tick that I think of.
Yes,
He always
it's not-
does.
I do that, yeah, but,
you do like
hang on. Back to
It's
Joe's
not a
and
casual.
my thing.
It's
Okay.
not a,
Oh, and your thing.
100%.
High
yeah.
fivesies.
Yeah, man.
See, it's not a casual, like, I feel it. It's like somebody's taking a needle and,
No.
and jamming it
Yeah.
into
No.
the head
Yeah.
spot.
What?
Oh my
Of your
not,
penis?
not the head spot for
Like,
me.
Yeah, but it's like within, like, a
God
little bit
damn.
within the urethra.
Sorry for the language.
What the
That-
fuck?
Like, so it's like if I just jangle in my little belly
Stop,
button, I dig
stop.
in it.
All
If you,
right, all right,
if
all
you
right.
dig
All right,
too
got
far,
it.
like you're
This is so far the weirdest
like you're
one.
trying to get some lint
What's
out,
the title
you
of
just
this
get a
gonna
zing.
be?
I
Yeah.
get a
Ooh,
I
I
get a
don't
zing.
like it.
It's a zing.
Really?
It's
You
like
get a zing?
Yeah, it's in some guys. It's like this nerve.
Dillman
that's
does
like
too, because I always
connected.
try and
yeah, I think I
poke
talked
his
to
belly
Dillman about
button,
it.
and he's so
Oh, I
weird
mean,
about
No,
I'm
it.
yeah,
with you
it's
guys on
horrible.
that. I do not like to be
But
poked
no,
in the
if
BB.
You were talking about. We're talking about somebody pokes you in the,
The
BB.
belly button.
I'm not into
You
it.
will feel an immense
No,
pain in your
a zinger.
genitals.
I don't in my genitals, but I feel a pain in the BB.
Yeah, but this
Deep
is
in the
different.
BB.
This is different.
Oh, you feel it in the BB?
I feel it deep in the BB.
I think you could go far down my BB and it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think maybe this is like I don't know. Maybe
don't
it's
get
a
a
men
ding-
versus
you-
women
you
thing.
don't get
my
a
dick
dinger
does not
zinger?
hurt.
I get
when
no
I get a
zing.
BB.
I get no waggle zazzle.
I think I recall one time I looked
You don't
it
get
up.
a wang
It's-
diddle?
I don't get a
It
tip
affects some men. Like it's just a
Just
thing.
some.
Yes, it's not.
It-
Oh my
it's
God.
not a majority.
It
Do you
affects
guys wanna
the
do-
best men.
Do you guys want to
I
do
think
the
that's what they.
saddest?
I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you want
When
to
I
do
read
the
it.
saddest PSA? Do you want to film the saddest PSA?
Yeah.
You know that thing when. Oh, all right, he's done.
Wing doodle affects 4 out of 5 men.
That's really funny, actually. We should do that.
I just want here's a girdle you can wear that'll just protect your belly button so no one will touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like my belly button touched at all. It's a very sensitive place for me.
I mean, it's
Mine's
a weird
fine.
spot.
Have at it.
Well, I just can't help but think about what it was at one point and how that was like a direct line to
Connection
like
to your
everything
mama?
in
That
my
is
body.
that is actually the weirdest
scares
part
me.
about it. It's also now like not to be
The
that
power that belly
crazy
button has.
person.
Yeah.
But it's like the weirdest now when they're figuring out all this cord blood stuff. How it's like, oh, it's amazing gold. It's like
Wait,
human
cord blood?
cord blood. The blood from your umbilical cord
You're
is like
supposed to save
yeah,
it.
you're supposed to save it. It has
I
like
know about saving the cord,
stem.
but the
no,
blood?
it has like stem cells in it. It's like really magical.
You're supposed
it's like
to
a
suck
powerful
on it for
thing.
It has
15
stem cells
minutes
in it?
after
Yeah,
birth.
you wear
All
it
right.
around your
All
neck
right.
and you tie it in a bone for at least the first 6 months. It's
Well,
really great.
I've heard about gobbling down the placenta like a wild wolf, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I've heard
I
anything
think
about
most of the time they don't actually eat it like a wild wolf, Steve. They like dry it and they put it in.
Well,
pill
I'm sorry.
form.
I was at a hometown buffet and I watched someone eat their placenta.
Ordered nothing. Just sat down, took it out of a briefcase, and went to
The
town.
woman just slammed
It's
her head
actually
down
just
on the
a fork.
plate and started gnawing on her placenta. It was pretty interesting.
Wait. Okay, so we have wing diddles.
Wing diddles.
Do you guys have anything? Is there anything about your
My-
body that's like a little weird?
I feel like I'm gonna be the odd man out because I have a completely different body than you guys.
I don't
think
expect
our
you.
penises are the
We
same.
actually all have completely different bodies than each other.
That's true too.
No. Wiener.
Oh, well, if
butthole,
you're talking
butthole,
about
butthole.
anatomy, then yeah. But I
Oh,
mean, we
you
all
just
have
mean
different
parts.
biological makeups and genetic makeups.
I'm trying to think of what. I mean, no. I mean, you
Man,
know.
that's gonna be a short topic. Guys in the
No,
comments,
I
let
mean,
us
no,
know
no,
about
no,
your
no.
wang diddles.
No, the wang diddles is what we're talking about, like ticks and stuff
Just
too.
like
though,
anything,
like
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think
Oh,
I'm
'cause-
pretty
yeah, 'cause
much
I do that.
perfection. This is tough, except for my spider boob.
You do have
I
a
think
spider
I'm
boob.
doing no. I mean, I'm different in the sense that I'm covered in scars. So I'm
You are.
like,
Yeah, she
I
is.
feel like I'm very like. If ever there was like if we decided to do a horror film, I feel like I would have to be like exposing them and be like the killer because I
Whoa.
think I could be real and deep
Or
and it'd be
you're the
very
person-
Heath Ledger about
you'd
it.
be
You're the
Scott-
person they meet like 2/3 of the way through
Yes!
the film, and you've been like living
I'm
in the
the
woods
Zelda
by
Rubinstein.
yourself.
I'm the
Yeah.
Zelda Rubinstein
that's
for
cool.
sure, right?
Yeah, I like
I'm like,
that.
You think you can, but you can't do it. Can you
I need you to enunciate if we're gonna make this movie.
about it. Just
go inside.
You think you
I'm sorry. You think you can?
Tell her to come down or she's gonna get a spanking.
you can?
Cut.
But you can.
No, this.
Zelda, you're already creeping us out
You
with the
think
way you
you
look.
can?
I have a thing, like, I don't know if this is like I have like a tick where like when the second I like remove my shoes, I like crack my toes.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Like not with
Yes,
my
Steve.
hands, but
Oh.
I'll just like down on
Crack it,
like just
yeah.
my toe. I'll just do like a little toe crack, and then like throughout the night, like I'll be like I'll just do a little toe crack instinctively, like a little.
I have a very similar thing. I
just
do
move my
ankle
toe.
cracks, and Delman hates it because I'll like roll my ankles and I'll just be like,
Yeah,
and he
just
hates
a
it.
thing, just a little.
It's just a little weird tick. I also bite my lip 24/7, 365. I'm a lip biter.
Yeah, I have like my nose and ear hairs are too long. I got too much butt hair. I have a weird eczema on my
Yeah.
forehead. My
Sure.
my toes are like little finger toes. I don't love how far down my balls hang. Also, I don't.
That's
I
an
wish they
age
were
thing.
more proportionate. And you'd think. And I often feel like my elbows are sticking out more than other people's are. And when I look at my fingers, they always look like a girl's hands, and there's nothing I can do about it. And then sometimes I feel like and then around my face, I can't grow enough facial hair, so I kind of try to compensate with it with the razor, but it doesn't always work. But then the nostrils as well have eczema there, and so then I have to try to do a little lotion there, but that doesn't always fix it. And then I feel like if I'm constantly monitoring for receding hairline because I think it's hereditary. I've dodged most of the bullets so far, but I think that at some point it might eventually catch up with me. But
My butt
besides
crack
that, I'm
goes up
good.
too high, I think. I think I got too high of a butt crack.
My butt crack is perfect. I have a
Except for
perfect
the
butt
hair.
crack.
Except for the hair.
There's too much hair.
Yeah.
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 I actually agree with the too much hair
Oh.
thing. I am a she-wolf, and I get really mad because ladies' fashions right now, those high-cut bikinis are really in style, and I'm like, bitch, what do you do with your bush? Like, I just want to see the Instagram post where it's a high-cut bikini and just an aggressive bush coming out.
I have what can only be described as a set of teeth in my stomach. Doctors have seen it and they're baffled by it.
My sternum is inverted. Do you want to feel my? Have you ever felt my chest?
No, let me have a
Oh,
feel.
do
on
you
it.
have the little soup cup in your
What do you
chest?
mean by it's inverted?
No,
you got a
it's,
little cup?
it's inside. It pokes out.
Oh, pokes out.
Yeah, like feel like
My
like a
sternum
bone.
is divoted because they sawed it in half,
don't know, I
and you
don't
can
really feel
feel the
it.
divot in there.
Oof, you
It's
guys.
there, yeah, it's
I have
like
a half little brother in
It's
my lungs that he didn't grow out. My mom was
my
having 2 kids at the
God.
time,
You ate
and
'em?
my
I
brother
have a
didn't
scar
grow.
where
so
I
he's
had
in my
a,
he's in my
second
lungs.
thumb
Is he
when I
alive?
was born.
There is a heartbeat, but I don't think there's consciousness.
It's a heartbeat.
I don't think
There's consciousness.
I do get. I mean,
He's a Gemini.
I hear whispers sometimes, but I don't think it's from that. He's a Gemini.
He's a Gemini.
Cool, man.
I really like this topic.
We
I think
did
we're
it.
pretty
Too. We're
transparent
gross.
I
as
think
well.
my left nostril is collapsing. You guys see how it's not symmetrical at all, and
I
it's
think
like
I have
really
my
weird.
nostrils
I mean,
are
my
taking
right
sides.
breast is
Yeah.
way bigger. The
Oh, we're
spider
going
boob is a way
there.
bigger one than the left one, and that's just a very common.
That's That's
it's-
an infection.
No, wang boob affects 4 out of 5 women, and that's just a scientific
When
fact.
I press my
It does.
belly
You're
button,
right.
she feels it in her boob.
in my boob.
Oh, if we're talking about appearances, I hate my body, everything about it. Every little thing. I avoid mirrors as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who's the next topic? What do you got, Lee? What was that code for Beachbody, Elliot?
I know.
The code is, thank you for asking, it's Valley to 30 30 30 30
Got it.
30. Free
Oh
trial,
my
30-day free
God.
Oh,
trial.
man. Look into
Oh,
that.
I have multiple. I was gonna talk about the Frasier one, but I think are you taking Frasier?
I don't feel like I'm going to have a topic this go around.
Great.
Oh, that's fun.
I feel like I'm absorbing myself into you.
This
and I'm
is
so
beautiful.
immersed in what
That
you
is
I
guys
feel
are
like
talking
I've
about.
talked
Bold.
about this before. I've talked about camping before.
Kate likes that a lot because she's the one that edits this.
Oh, because
I know.
Kate wants to
Kate's like,
go home
Because
and
Kate's burning
enjoy
alive
her
in this
Friday
room. Okay. I was actually going to talk about camping for a second because I went into the campus and it was great, and we camped and it was beautiful and I loved it. But I feel like I've talked about camping.
I think you've
a
talked
lot.
about camping like 2 weeks
God,
ago.
I love it so much. I just really
It's okay.
do.
I don't think she's talked about camping more than I've talked about Disneyland.
That's actually true.
yet,
Or
so I think we're
Muppets.
okay.
Right,
He's
right,
talked about
right,
Muppets.
right.
Well, I
a
will
lot.
never.
I wasn't
never
coming
apologize
after. I wasn't
about
telling you she
Muppets.
shouldn't talk
No,
about
but
it.
here's
I'm saying
okay.
she's
What I
being
was
awful.
going to
You're
talk
just
about
pointing it
because I
out.
realized
Just
this
when
when
you say it
camping.
implies that I wasn't against her.
Have you guys ever, and maybe this is just me, but there was a thing I was talking about where I was like telling the people that we went camping with, I was like, oh, like we're gonna do s'mores and we're gonna do hot dogs and we're gonna do campfire Pop-Tarts, and they were like, huh?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, you said that?
I said that. And they were like, huh? And I was like, yeah, like when you put the Pop-Tarts on the campfire, so you got like a nice toasty Pop-Tart
Oh,
on the
wow.
campfire. And they were like, people don't do that.
Yeah, certainly not.
And I was like, huh? Like, wait, your parents aren't trash and they didn't make you do that as a child.
Did you?
You put Pop-Tarts on an open fire?
Open fire.
Oh,
You put it like, or like on next to the grill or next to the hot rock that was there. And okay, and I realized in that moment as a 33-year-old woman that my parents were poor.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And there's so many
Like
things.
campfire Pop-Tarts or something
Campfire
like it.
Pop-Tarts, man. And they were just like, no.
Hey guys,
which-
we're gonna go do some sizzle Twinkie sticks. Let's go do them.
What kind of boldness do you have to have as a person? Like, if somebody was like super excited about campfire Pop-Tarts, I definitely wouldn't question them.
Hey, kids, how
I would
about
just be like, oh, good for this person. I guess they're into campfire Pop-Tarts. I wouldn't be a dick about it and be like, that's not a thing, kid.
Gather around, kids. We're gonna do campfire ham.
Oh, okay. Like,
We're just cooking ham on the fire.
You guys
that's
like
actually
warm
something
Capri
that I think they
Suns?
would have done. But there's those things that you realize, like as an adult, when you're like, oh wait, not everyone like wrapped up kiwis in a box for Christmas. Like we all didn't do that.
It's
But
just-
yeah, that was definitely what it was.
It's just unbearably hot in here to me right now.
It is really.
Kate,
warm.
would you at least open the door? Are you okay over there? Are you hot too?
You're in the shot. She says.
You're in the shot?
You're in the shot.
The
You can-
door's in the shot.
All right.
Well,
I mean,
how about it says, hey, special treat for patrons. You get to see what's outside our fucking door. Someone open it.
He's gonna die. Steve gets
sorry,
so
the
mad
king
when he
has
gets
spoken,
hot.
everybody.
He gets so mad when he's hot. I think that's really it. Is if you've had that moment of like in life.
Is that not? Oh, look at that. You feel that, guys?
No,
Feel that
I don't.
goddamn boost
I'm
of
wearing
clean
a
air?
jacket like an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, crushing
Oh,
it,
my God. You
baby.
feel that? Holy
Yeah, I do.
shit.
That's a
how long
game
have we been
changer.
podcasting
Ooh,
for?
the
Like,
pleasure.
so long, right? 50 minutes?
49 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm good to wrap it up.
Oh my God.
Well, it's
We're gonna
usually
have to
an
edit
hour
all
at
that out,
least.
right? Yeah. We're
Usually
gonna
an
have to
hour
cut
at
out
least. We got 10
the
more
entire
minutes.
part where
Probably
we all
both those ones.
devolve.
Oh boy, this one's been a journey.
Out of here. I'm gone after this, guys. I'm done.
Well, I think we're all going to leave after this, Elliot.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be so fast about it.
Well, it sounds like we're
Be
wrapping up
out
here,
like
Lee.
that.
What were you trying
Lee,
to?
you wanna
I'm
hurry
sorry,
the-
Lee. Did you have a subject that you were talking about?
Do you
No,
want
I'm
to
so sorry.
it was,
maybe hurry the fuck up? Or
Yeah, I'm trying. But no, you know what? Let's continue to talk about Zelda and Blurgenperb.
Blurg and Perb was my favorite.
That was my
Don't
favorite.
feel
Let's
like
talk
I
about
was.
the
There's
semantics
actually a
about it
remake
and
of
the
Blurg and
different
Perb.
I am not actually excited about that one.
I know.
They're
They're not using
weird
puppets.
computer animation. Okay, no, that was it. Is really like those moments where you realize parts of your childhood when you're like, oh, that was like kind of sad. When you're like, I mean, I don't know if
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
ever experience that kind of stuff, but it's like, one, you should know that if you throw a s'mores or a maple cinnamon sugar Pop-Tart on a campfire, it's the best thing you've ever had in your
Sure.
life. It is so good.
Wait, what are you
Yeah,
cooking it
I
on?
think
Are you
you were
putting it in
thinking
the
the
pan?
You can either put it, if there's a grill on your fire, you can pop it
Oh,
right on the
okay.
grill, or if there's
right.
not, you pop it on a rock right by the fire.
I don't think that's
sure
as
your
crazy as you
parents-
guys think it is.
Yeah, are you sure
This
your
just
parents
sounds
weren't
like a
just
good treat.
stoners? I think they were stoners.
I mean, it's a possibility.
This
It's
isn't
not
a
a
poor
possibility,
thing.
but it is like
they got high.
it was just like a food thing. They're big foodies, and so I think they're just like put it on the fire. It's
I mean,
gonna be delicious.
I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea, but I got like a lot of like that's not a thing, and I realized there's certain things that happen as an adult where you're like, yeah, and then we can duct tape the box and we can push it down the hill, and they're like,
Well, surely you've been.
no.
I mean, you watch a lot of TV and movies, Lee. You
Sure, I
can't be
do.
that surprised Pop-Tarts on the fire isn't a fucking thing. I mean, have you seen it in any pop culture things?
No, I
mean,
hadn't, and I actually I realized in that moment that I also hadn't.
They also what?
In that moment,
She
I
also-
realized
she
I had
certainly had
not
not.
seen that. So something that
I
I,
mean-
was trying to make as campfire lore.
I think it's
was
wonderful.
in fact not a thing.
I actually think it's wonderful, and I would love to continue the tradition of Pop-Tarts, campfire Pop-Tarts.
To me, Steve, I'm really
I
excited
love it.
about that.
I want to go home. I'm gonna microwave some Doritos. It's gonna be great.
Gross. Who wants some soggy, hot Doritos?
Look, I'm just saying. Those are those things that you realize as an adult when you're like, oh, gotcha. Okay. Wait, so you all didn't punch your siblings in the throat? Got it. Cool.
Oh, I think most of us have
Punched each other in the
punched
throat.
each other
Okay,
in
good.
the throat, I
Did you
think.
guys ever put action figures on the record player when the record would go around and
All
it
the
looked like
time.
they were all on
Not
a little
action
ride?
figures, My Little Ponies.
I get it.
All the time.
I get it.
Yeah.
I destroyed way too many of my dad's records.
I know.
By doing
Way
that.
too many. Just playing with them, not understanding that needle is actually like
I would do
necessary but evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a super sensitive thing. that,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yep.
Can't fuck around with.
That's it. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna go camping in the future, take yourself a favor. Get a $2.50 box of Pop-Tarts, either the s'mores or the maple sugar.
Throw them in the lake.
and throw them in the lake. What you get?
Don't
put
you
on,
dare do that Pop-Tart
No.
fire bullshit.
Put on your mask. Jump
like if you
in
chuck
that
'em in the
lake. You're gonna want to pick those Pop-Tarts back out of that lake, baby. You're gonna put it on them. Gonna put it on a rock right by the fire.
5 second
You're gonna go, ooh, hot, hot, hot. As you do it with your dirt-covered face, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna go, ooh, baby. And everyone's gonna be like, did you pee in that swimsuit? And you're gonna go, no, it was the lake. And then they're gonna go, you haven't gone in the lake today, Lee.
And it smells like pee.
And you said you were gonna pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee, I love you very much. I love your
Thanks,
topic,
babe.
and I wanted
Thanks,
I
babe.
want to say before we go. I know this sucks, Elliot. You want to go home real bad, but
Don't lead into this.
went
with
to the,
that. That makes you sound horrible.
I finally went to the PO box
Yay!
and found quite a few things for the Valley folk in there. So I wanted to distribute things to you guys to read.
I love it.
Elliot, you want to take this one?
Oh,
I'd love
this
to.
is so cute. Oh,
Who wants to go first? Lee, go ahead. You go first since you're ready.
Okay, this is from Faith Trust Pan. We love Faith Trust Pan. She said, "You're
Amber.
forking awesome. Keep it up. Congrats on the launch of your show. Enjoy breakfast on me. That's so sweet." And she says, "This is my favorite place to get. Please get a side of queso with your meal. Proud of you all. So overjoyed to see the growing success over the next and over this." New endeavor. Keep creating magic for this world and shining your light bright. Love ya.
Oh,
What a
Amber.
sweet
Thank you,
angel.
Amber.
Sweetheart. We
Oh,
have a.
goodness.
This is a gift card
Her
to a
favorite-
restaurant.
Yeah, Home State,
State
a
Texas
Texas kitchen.
Wow,
Oh,
we should
I'm
we
ready.
should go, guys.
Oh, we're
let's
gonna do
a
it.
little, let's go on the
We need
weekend.
to
or
do a
something.
little recess
That sounds
trip. I
great.
love it.
Elliot, what do you got there? Who's this from?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is from Spaceman Roy and Amanda Field.
Ooh.
Spaceman Roy. Yeah. Oh, this is the title Spaceman Roy. This is a puppy in a
Oh, that's
very
really
cool drawing.
adorable.
He's
And
cute.
that's
I'm gonna
Spaceman
frame
Roy.
him. He's a real cute guy.
And this is from Amanda Field.
Here, let me have that. I'll hold it up.
Yeah,
For
when you- oh, that's
Very
nice.
close up of that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valleycast. Hello. Please enjoy this picture I painted of my dog Roy as an astronaut.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Excuse
What'd
me.
you do today? What's his name?
Oh my
Roy.
God.
Roy.
Roy, what'd you do today? I painted a picture of my dog
No,
as an
it's
astronaut and
Amanda
sent it to a
Field.
podcast.
Amanda Field painted
Amanda.
Roy her dog.
Okay.
guys.
Oh, man.
Please,
I love this.
folks.
I love it so much now. Now that I know
Order.
it's her dog.
Order.
Here's a It's just a little drawing of my dog I wanted you to have.
As an astronaut.
I'm actually
it
so
so
upset
much.
that you've done this now because this is like my retirement plan. It's just painting my dog as an astronaut.
Just sending it to people.
Sending it to people.
That's your Christmas.
All right, here we go. This is the backstory, folks. Let's hear more about
I
Amanda
love it. I
Field.
love it. I love it.
I love you like
I'll
order.
start at the top.
Order.
Valleycast. Hello. Please enjoy this picture I painted of my dog Roy as an astronaut.
The best
That's the
sentence.
first paragraph. The
love
next
it.
paragraph reads, I've been watching you guys since SourceFed started, and I was so incredibly happy to see you guys start out on your own. Your content and humor always brings a smile to my face. Steve. I absolutely love you and my dynamic banter. I look forward to each week when it comes out. I'm probably your biggest Spotify listener. Keep
Oh,
on
thank
honking.
you so much.
Ooh, baby.
How the hell did you get your
Yeah, how's
podcast
it on-
on
how's
Spotify?
that on
I think
Spotify.
Headgum did it for
God
us.
dang it.
Dang it. All right, we'll talk to some people. Lee,
Yes.
your voices are so funny and have helped me feel more comfortable in using funny voices and faces in my normal life. I previously was worried about seeming weird, but your example helped me come out of my shell.
Aw.
Oh, Lee, that's you.
That
That's
is
amazing.
me. That means a lot. Thanks.
Joe, your physicality and expressionism brings an element to the Valleycast that really helps push the fun over the edge. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you. Elliot, your acerbic wit and dry humor speak to me on another level. Thank you for contributing your skill and comedy and your logic to
Wow,
discussions.
acerbic
I
wit.
can't wait. That's such
That's
what
actually
a great
his
word.
book title.
I can't wait to see what else you guys have in store, and I'm so happy everything is going well. Amanda Field, thank you so much,
Oh,
Amanda. Thank you.
I love this so
Oh.
much. We will put Roy on our wall because he's beautiful.
And
We're
we
gonna
have-
call
love
it the
you.
Raw.
We have one final piece of mail here, and if you guys
Oh.
would like to send something to the Valley Folk,
Yep.
you can send it to 4335 Van Nuys Boulevard, number 156, Sherman Oaks, California, 91403, and you can put care of the Valley Folk on there, and we'll make sure that it's for the Valley Folk. This is from Gina Hughes. I'm going to open this boy up.
Open it up. Okay, and while he does
just
This is
that,
watch
why
it.
I opened the
Can we
other
just
ones.
watch them in silence?
yeah, I think we should. We have to.
Shh, quiet, quiet. Okay, well, there's a lot going on here.
Give him a second. He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, no, I don't know if he does.
All right, well, this is...
No, this is good. He's got
Oh,
it.
he's got it. I think he's got
It's a
it.
picture of us right now.
Yep.
I never wear this shirt. That's
Is
great.
that a freaking record? Is that a freaking record? Is that a vinyl?
Okay, well, it looks like a record.
Oh
It
my
says
gosh.
Songs of the Valley, Greatest Hits of the Valley Folk.
Oh, I love
It
it.
says Side A, Living in the City, Africa, UFO Party, Trophy
Oh,
Corner,
this is beautiful.
Closing Time, Mad World featuring Song.
Song.
Your character song, yeah.
Side B, Total Clips of the Heart, You're the One That I Want featuring Song. Closer featuring Song, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. Someone Like You featuring Song, Arms of an Angel featuring Song, Fine Fine Time for a Sniff featuring Three Tims and a Tina.
That's beautiful.
This person has been rocking it with us.
There's an actual
There's an
record.
actual
in
re-
here.
I think it's an actual record. Kate has
we
a
have a
record
record player here.
This can't be what this is.
Is this true? Is this a real
No,
thing?
no, no. There's a real record under here.
Oh, I love it.
We'll find out what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
actually excited.
All right, we'll check it out on
Wow,
Kate's
I
website.
love
I
it.
definitely 100%
There's
believed
also
it. That's
a
so
cool,
funny.
There's also a cool drawing here. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for the
Gina,
mail,
for
I love
that.
it,
guys.
Gina.
Thank you,
I
Gina.
love it. Thank you. We love everyone.
All this is going on the fridge, everybody.
I
I
know.
must. I wish we had more fridge to put it all on
We're gonna get
eventually,
some
but
magnets.
really nice.
all right. Well,
We call it the Valley Fridge.
no one calls it
No one
that.
calls it that, but now we're
I
gonna
thought we
have
could.
to.
I thought we could start calling it.
It's
the
fine.
Valley.
You've pitched it before.
Steve, why don't you just bring it on home?
Guys, thank you so much for listening to Valleycast. Of course, you can become a patron of the Valley Folk and get this podcast early on Mondays, actually, by going to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk. And also, you get all sorts of cool special perks there as well, for depending on which tier of patron you select to be for the Valley Folk. And you help us out a whole bunch too, and there's a lot of fun stuff there if you go and check it out. Also, what else? We got your show coming up. We just put some of the third one in the can, and that's coming out real soon.
It might be it contains our weirdest thing we've done yet, which is reading serial killer quotes for the first time on camera
Helium.
on Helium.
on
Yeah.
Helium, yeah.
So
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
it's
So
good.
very excited about that.
Oh, I love it.
And I guess that's it, huh?
We love you.
Shout out to our sponsor, Beachbody.
Woohoo!
Shout out to our patrons and shout out to our hardworking employees, Caitlin and Kevin, who've been killing it for us. They've been making this podcast happen while also making your show and all of our other stuff happen. So thank you to them.
Yeah. Well, and thank you guys, whoever's listening to this, whether you're a patron or not. We appreciate your listenership, and also we super appreciate a review and a rate on iTunes,
please.
Which helps boost us up to different numbers on lists and stuff, which is always fun and nice.
And one more big favor, if you've made it this far, just like at Spotify and tell them you want this podcast on Spotify.
Yeah.
That'll help
I don't know
us
how else to
a
do
bunch.
it.
Yeah.
Because everyone keeps asking, they're like, when is it going to be on this? And we're like, we're trying, baby.
Yep.
Just a small ask. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed
guys.
Roy as an astronaut. And
So funny. Thank
we'll
you,
catch you
Gina,
next time.
Christine. Thank you, Amber.
love
Thank you,
it.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Patrons
Have a
woo.
great one. Goodbye.